What's that?
Something over there.
Here we go. These boots have seen everything.
That corpse is huge. And is that a burning heart? A clown's arm. Dribbles, no doubt.
We're a long way from Waterdeep. consider it done.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. How much farther can I go? Let's have a look. Don't give me trouble now. Let's see what this does.
I'm certain, just optimistic.
They're lost, aren't we?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Do you know how hard it was to get those cabbages into the city? Nigh on impossible. My poor sweet vegetables. They deserved better.
That's enough of that. Lord Baltash has...
Get out of our alley. Go on, before I make you.
Just trying to do my job, right?
When I was a lad, I made merry
with a beautiful lass from the plains.
Oh, God, he's at it again.
Boy, what we told you about bloody singing?
Spoil sport.
Not everyone subscribes to what is
Shouldn't go wandering in dark alleys. Very dangerous hobby. Gets people killed. Scurry away, good book, before I crush you. Harm can be anywhere you like. Nose, kneecaps, fingernails. Bloody dark old sense. Getting paid to lurk in our Guildhall. Never worked for it. Guarding the secret entrance. Not good enough for them, but good enough for poor old Tuscarun. Another one come to take our coin and clog our halls. Fine, I'll show you in. 9 Fingers will give you orders. In you go, before I change my mind.
Ever get bored standing in this alley?
Oh no, I love it. It fills me with purpose.
Nah, it's great getting paid to do nothing.
I'm watching you. Don't cause any trouble, or there'll be trouble.
Do not worry. Guild's friends are Tuscarun's friends. And I don't hurt my friends. Unless they deserve it.
spattered with rust, you can just make out the words Tina Turkey's Good Time Bazaar.
Right, here's one. Whose pocket would you rather pick? The druids or clerics?
Cleric, any day. Last time I emptied a druid's pockets, all I got for it was a nest of bloody squirrels.
Nah, gotta be druid. Clerics don't carry much gold.
Here's the 9 Fingers. Good luck.
You're both wrong. You picked the... If I were you, I'd turn around and walk right out of this alley. Now!
Who let you through? Tuscarun? Bloody idiot.
I were you, I'd turn...
Better you than me. I'd take an empty alley over the Guildhall these days.
This ain't a public rooftop. It's mine, so piss off! As a lad, I made merry, with a beautiful lass from the plains.
Oh, gods, he's at it again.
Oi! What have we told you about bloody singing?
Clear off, for I'll push you off. Look at that cloud! Looks just like a holly fan, that does.
You're supposed to be looking out for us, not the bloody skies.
Not my fault. I thought I was imagination.
Sure, lad, you're doing your job properly.
All for me.
Getting paid to do nothing but scratch my arse. Dream job this is.
Not my dream.
It might seem a bit ramshackle, but this place is a boast-worthy bar.
A bar is only as good as its cellars. Which vintages can we expect to find on their racks?
Here, a bottle is judged more by its ability to crack heads than the quality of its contents.
What's for the signal?
The Guildhall has one rule.
the main
All
criteria, I
crime
shall
stays in the city
reset my
streets,
expectations
where it
accordingly.
belongs.
Water
Break
it
this
is.
rule, and you die.
This is supposed to be the greatest fest hall under the city. So where's all the bloody fun?
Oh, you rancid bastard. See? Mine's fresh.
Welcome to the Guildhall, Faerun's finest festo. As long as you're not sober.
Or able to smell. Oh, you rancid. Or able...
See anything you like? Let's talk price. See anything of yours? No, you didn't.
All on the same side, friend. Nine Fingers invited us herself.
The Guildmaster hired you, yes. But I think it's best if your Zentrim keep to themselves. There's not a lot of trust in the Guildhall of late.
You're all scared shitless of this Stone Lord, you mean? Which is exactly why your boss hired us.
Wow, look who it is! Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketteric's coffers. Ready to do some business? I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play. Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal. Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time. Ready to do some business?
Nine Fingers herself got a very fine hat from me.
Bit of a letdown, this place.
Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Let's just say the previous owners no longer have a use for them. Got me? Fetcher isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Sometimes stuff we sell comes back around to us again. So watch yourself. Got me?
Bare hands.
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it yourself.
No distractions, mate. Nine Fingers has me watching over Pierre Priss here. Wants her friends and Parliament close, with this new Duke making moves.
You did not see me. A peer of the Parliament openly walking the Guildhall would sell a few copies of Baldur's Mouth, I expect.
No distractions, mate. Nine Fingers ha-
You did not see me.
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it.
Bare hands.
What? Lady AQ still playing that game? I don't have one ready. What? Lady AQ still playing that game?
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Arm any children old enough. If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Ukta. We're playing host to a hero. You recall our reports of Ketheric Thorm, General of the Absolute, Champion of Merkel, unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him. A little less impressive as revelations go. You'll forgive the spying, I hope. The Guild keeps watch for anyone of interest passing through our gates. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends. Oh, did you enjoy the encounter? A charitable donation to the good protectors of Rivington. Was that the tune that played you? The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. Thieves, frauds, and miscreants. if it's just the watch warrants you're reading. The Guild isn't any one thing. We're everything. All the parts of the city the Watch don't want seen, so they push us to the far side of their law. But it's not the Watch that keeps the peace, or gives justice to any Baldurian who asks, whether they can pay for it or not. It's us. If we take a little tribute in return, or tie strings of service to those we help, well, what of it? So long as we're working as one, it all runs quick, quiet, and clean. The Watch, the Council, even the Parliament of Peers, they're the clean face they want the world to see. But the Guild is the blood, the bone, the gristle, the ugly bits that actually make Baldur's Gate move. We'll be the ones still holding the gate when all those others have fled. I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. You've been seen with a certain Harper. Grey of hair, somewhat spiky of manner. Unless just taken to dyeing her hair, I'd call it accurate enough. I need to speak with her. She's still getting the lay of the land, I expect. I have information that might help with that. So, remind her to pay an old friend a visit, would you? Oh, I never said that we get along. Now, is there anything else you need? You have. But don't be so quick to bat away a helping hand. You'll find few enough of them in this city. The Flaming Fist can be bought. The Harpers are scattered, and the Parliament of Peers, well, they're just generally too inbred to be useful. The Absolute's at our gate, and the Guild are the only ones truly standing against it.
Someone's vintage Moonshae Zinfandel collection. But it looks like a lot of the bottles have gone missing.
Knife. A hot one, I think. Knife.
Leave Aelin to her sorrow. Likely the wizard only reminds her of all the other fools past and present who have sought to use her. I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the Guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
Nine Fingers is much more than a thief. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't learn of, sooner or later. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her Guildhall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking. The Guildmaster wishes to see us, does she? The Better we call on her home than she on ours. Lead, then. I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all 3 stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. Ask it. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us. You'll need to free up your ranks a little first. Then let us be about it.
You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kelemvor's well.
Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster.
No, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my Guildhall, noticeably unholed, and with a familiar face in tow.
This is the one who saved my life. So really, she owes you your gold piece. But we can settle debts later, Nine Fingers. For now, we need help. We're searching for Minsc of Rashomon.
A big name, that. Such information does not come cheap, High Harper. Not in normal times. Of course. Seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse.
What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too?
Against my own city. Careful. You're in very real danger of hurting my feelings. It's Minsc who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. The Stone Lord.
Lies.
Exactly the one. Guild crews may be prone to exaggeration, but not in this case. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality. No survivors. And where he mows my people down, this ripe little cult takes root. But not for much longer. We have word on where he plans to hit next. And he'll find us ready to hit back this time.
Nine Fingers. Estelle. Call off your ambush, tell us where he is, and we'll handle this.
We? I heard what happened to your harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone. If you're half the friend you're posing as, you'll tell her that her part in this is done. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My Guildhall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose 2 of its heroes in one day. Keep the Harper out of trouble. Just because I don't want to kill her, doesn't mean I won't. Beyond that, be welcome. Be merry. Is there something you require of a humble guildmaster? Keep the Harper out of trouble. Just because I don't want to kill her. Beyond that, be welcome. Be no begging. Not even a snotty little please. It's almost like you don't know who you're talking to. The order's been given. It's done. So I hope you know another tune, because I am getting bored of this one. Keep me from having to kill the Harper. Which means keeping out of the Guild's way, all right? Wonderful. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. We've crossed paths over the years. 2 hands trying to steer the city. Just not always in the same direction. Oh, I can't stand Harpers as a rule, but Jaheira's the exception. She's only really half a Harper at most.
You mean that as a compliment? I am sure.
The same way I'm not just the lowly thief, vagabond, and murderer the Watch and peers would paint me as. I happen to be a fine singer, too. Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the 3. Because it's always the dead, bloody 3. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem. Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet. Huh. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying. Don't pout. For a brief second, I did weigh the odds on killing you. But if there's a tainted elder brain slopping around below my city, I think we need one another more than ever. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything? Keep the Harper out of trouble. Beyond that, be welcome. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But which part? The Stone Lords hollowed this place out. Half my crews have fled or in hiding. Orin's faceless try to pierce my ranks every day, while Gortash's toy soldiers control the streets. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them. We don't. The Zhentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The Guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little way to push back.
What? Lady AQ still playing that game?
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer? What are you having? Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, what can I get you? Beverages of distinction, or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody army coming.
Careful around the Steel Watch. The old guard gave thieves a slap on the wrist, but those bolted bastards will rip off the whole damn arm.
What's the point in paying the guild? So you wish to be a god, Gale? You know the wizard Irenicus attempted the same thing by leeching divine blood from a ballspawn.
Ah, transfusion. An interesting strategy. Hard to get hold of a god's blood, of course. But if one could.
He managed it. After murdering my husband and torturing my friends and I for half a year.
Did I say interesting? Oh, I meant terrible, of course. Terrible strategy.
Minsc is working for the cult. Damn! He must have been tadpoled, or worse. The real Minsc would never join up with the God's damned Absolute. Maybe we can help him. The prism, right? He should shut that tadpole up. If he doesn't kick our butts first. It's kind of his thing.
You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
Now we're talking. Come on, let's go!
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. I hear you've been browsing in the most esteemed of emporiums, sorcerous sundries. Indulge my curiosity. What wonders did you discover there? I trusted he would be sensible enough to exercise caution in this matter and to seek the truth. By now, you are aware of the evil we are up against. Karsus' pestilent crown, the very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade an empire and magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mistra knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
Mistra's willing to speak to me again? Was this your doing, Elminster?
She knows what I see in you, just as I know what she sees in you. I was not born an old man. I know all too well what it's like to have a goddess fill your heart with longing. Looking at you is like gazing into a mirror that shows centuries long past.
The past is the past, Elminster, and the future is, well, still to be decided. By me, not by Mistra.
If there is another way, I trust you can find it. It is not in your nature, or mine, to stop looking, to accept the first answer to any dilemma. Do what you can. Put that mind to work. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mistra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
So all it took to get Mistra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
That's the point. Uktar hardly wants his guards comfortable now, does he?